Let us have another example. Number 6. Given the general equation of the parabola x squared plus 4y plus 8x equals negative 4, find the vertex, the focus, the directrix, the principal axis, and the endpoints of latus rectum. Same process with number 5. We have to transpose all terms not containing x, since the equation is also quadratic in x, to the right-hand side of the equation and complete the square on the left side of the equation for x. So we have x squared plus 8x, then we transpose 4y. So this is equal to negative 4y, and we just simply copy negative 4 since it is already on the right side of the equation. Then we complete the square in x. Again, we square half the coefficient of x. Since the coefficient of x is 8, we take half of 8, which is 4. 8 divided 2 is 4, and square it. 4 squared is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. Equals negative 4 minus 4, and do not forget to add this value. We factor x squared plus 8x plus 16, which is x plus 4 quantity squared. Bakit 4? Kinuha natin ang half ng coefficient ni x, which is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Equals negative 4y plus 12. Negative 4 plus 16 is positive 12. Then we factor negative 4. We have negative 4 times y. Then here, divide 12 by negative 4. So 12 divided negative 4 is negative 3. And this is now the standard equation of the parabola. Since the equation is quadratic in x and it is negative here, this is parabola opening downward. So ito pa rin ang focus na gagamitin natin, endpoints ng latus rectum, equation of the axis of symmetry, and equation of directrix. So the vertex is negative 4, 3, where h is equal to negative 4 and k is equal to 3. Next is the focus, which is h, then k plus p. Let us find the value of p. If 4p is equal to negative 4, therefore p is equal to negative 1. Negative 4 divided by 4 is equal to negative 1. So the focus is negative 4, 3 minus 1, which is equal to negative 4, 2. We copy negative 4 and simplify 3 minus 1, which is 2. Then the directrix, y equals k minus p. K is equal to 3 and p is equal to negative 1. So negative times negative 1 is positive 1, and 3 plus 1 is 4. Therefore, the equation of directrix is y equals 4. On the other hand, the principal axis is x equals h, or x equals negative 4. And then the endpoints, which are h plus 2p, then k plus p, and h minus 2p, then k plus p. Substitute the value of k, h, and p, and simplify. So negative 4, then 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Then we copy 3 minus 1. And again, we copy negative 4, then negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2, and copy 3 minus 1. Negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6, while 3 minus 1 is 2. And negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2, while 3 minus 1 is 2. And these are the endpoints of latus rectum. So that is how you identify the vertex, the focus, the directrix, the principal axis, and the endpoints of latus rectum if the general equation of the parabola is given. But what if pinapahanap na sa atin ang equation ni parabola given lamang ang vertex o ang focus o ang directrix or even the principal axis? How do we do that? Let us have an example. Number 7. Find the equation of the parabola with vertex at negative 2, 0 and focus at negative 1, 0. Let us locate these points in the Cartesian plane. The vertex, negative 2, 0, is located here, while the focus, negative 1, 0, is located here. Now, to determine the opening of the parabola, remember that if the parabola opens upward, ito ang vertex at nasa loob ng parabola ang focus. The focus is above the vertex. Kung downward, the focus is below the vertex. Pag left, nasa left side din ni vertex ang focus. At kung right, nasa right side ni vertex ang focus. So dito, if we draw a parabola opening upward, the focus is not above the vertex. Pag downward, wala dito ang focus. At pag left, wala din dito ang focus. Therefore, this is parabola opening to the right. And if the parabola opens to the right and the vertex is not located on the origin, we use this equation. Y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h, where h is equal to -2 and k is equal to 0. However, we also need the value of p. In the given problem, hindi natin masasabi na ito ang value ni p since the vertex is not on the origin. Remember that the focus is h plus p then k. Dito, nakuha ang -1 kasi inad ang value ng h at p. Para makuha ang value ni p, since given ang vertex at ang focus, we can just count the distance of the focus from the vertex. The distance from the vertex to the focus is 1 unit. So p is equal to +1, since the parabola opens to the right. Remember that if the parabola opens upward and to the right, the value of p is positive, while if the parabola opens downward and to the left, the value of p is negative. Since dito, the parabola opens to the right and the focus is 1 unit from the vertex, kaya ang value ni p ay +1. Therefore, the equation is y minus k, which is 0, quantity squared, equals 4 times p, which is 1, times x minus h, which is -2. Simplify, y minus 0 is y squared, equals 4 times 1 is 4, times x plus 2. Negative times -2 is +2. And this is now the standard equation of the parabola. Now, if we want to express this standard form of the parabola into its general form, we just have to distribute 4 to x plus 2. So we have y squared equals 4 times x is 4x and 4 times 2 is 8. Arrange the terms following that of a general equation, so this will become y squared minus 4x minus 8 equals 0. And this is now the general equation of the parabola, while this is the standard equation of the parabola. Another example. Find the equation of the parabola with vertex at 1, -2, axis parallel to the y-axis and passing through -1, 2. Let us first plot these points. The vertex 1, -2 is located here, while the point -1, 2 is located here. Next, let us determine the opening of the parabola para malaman natin kung ano ang gagamitin nating equation. Wala tayong focus, but we have a point, -1, 2. And this means that if we draw the graph of parabola, the parabola should pass through this point. If we draw a parabola opening downward, hindi niya matatouch itong point na ito kahit i-extend pa natin ang magkabilang dulo ng parabola. So this is not a parabola opening downward. How about if it opens to the right? As you can see, kahit i-extend natin ito, the parabola will not pass through this point. So again, this is not a parabola opening to the right. So dalawa na lang ang ating pagpipilian. Pwede siyang upward or pwede rin siyang left. Now, paano natin malalaman kung upward or left itong parabola? Let us go back to the problem. Sabi dito, the axis is parallel to the y-axis. And if the axis is parallel to the y-axis, that means the parabola opens either upward or downward. Since upward or left na lang ang ating pagpipilian, therefore, we can say that this is parabola opening upward. And we're going to use the equation x minus h quantity squared equals 4p times y minus k, where h is equal to 1 and k is negative 2. So negative times negative 2 is positive 2. The problem is, we don't have a value of p. Wala tayong focus but meron tayong point, negative 1, 2. We can substitute these values into the equation where x is equal to negative 1 and y is equal to 2. Replace x with negative 1 and y 2. Simplify, negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2 raised to 2 equals 4p times 2 plus 2 is 4. Negative 2 squared is 4 equals 4 times 4 is 16 and copy p. To solve for p, divide the equation by 16. So p is equal to 1 over 4. We divide the numerator and denominator by 4. 4 divide 4 is 1 and 16 divide 4 is 4. Therefore, p is equal to 1/4. We substitute this value in the equation and simplify. We copy x minus 1 quantity squared equals 4 times 1/4 is 1 times just copy y plus 2. Kahit hindi na natin isulat ang 1. And this is now the standard equation of the parabola. To express this standard equation into its general form, we expand x minus 1 quantity squared, and x minus 1 times x minus 1 is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals, we just copy y plus 2. Transpose y plus 2 to the left side, so we have x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus y minus 2 equals 0. Combine the constant terms, this will become, just copy, x squared minus 2x minus y, and 1 minus 2 is negative 1, equals 0. And this is the general equation of the parabola, while this is the standard equation of the parabola. So that is all about parabola with vertex not on the origin.